words from the Walsh Hunter grandchildren. If somebody can come up here and tell what they can remember about their granddad.
How y'all doing? Don't I look good? I was just joking. I was just kidding. All right. I just want to say something about Walsh Hunter. Something that I remember about my grandpa. Now I remember I used to go to his house and he used to sit on the porch in a wheelchair. And we had it was a swing there, and we would just sit there and swing in that swing. Sometimes he used to sit in that swing. But it was an old swing, but it was nice, you know. And we really enjoyed visiting with him. He was kind of mean, you know, but that was just him. He was just himself. Amen. And but I remember, now Nathaniel told me this. Nathaniel said, because I was hoping he would have been here to say it himself. But he said, Walsh Hunter had a little buddy. He said, and he would go out, and he said, and it was, I think Lillie said, Mr. Bryant lived down there. He said, and said, Walsh Hunter be going out to the store, and Mr. Bryant would see him, and say, Mr. Bryant say, look, here come that old Walsh Hunter. He said, he gonna ask me to ride to the store, but I ain't gonna ride with him. And say, he would drive up there and say, Walsh would stop. Mr. Bryant, I'm going out to the store. Would you like to ride? I believe I will. All in there.
I am Ocie Hunter. I'm Walsh Hunter grandkid. And what I remember about my grandpa, that a couple of things. One is he was a firm man. The things that he said, that's what he mean, or he didn't say. At the time, we thought, we was little kids, we thought he was a hard man. We had to become men ourselves to understand where Grandpa was coming from. And that is that a man said what he was going to do, and that's what he did. I always like to see him in that little buggy because I always thought he was a hard sport. He was a sporting man too. Grandpa, hey, the truth is the truth. Grandpa was a sporting man. You probably saw where he was married 2, 3, 4, 5 times. The women's like Grandpa. So that's just part of the heritage and our legacy. That curse that is part of, you know, the Hunter, you know, legacy. Those are two of the things that I remember most about Grandpa. And I remember used to, as a little kid, sitting on the porch. And he had a rocking chair. He sat on the porch and just kind of let the day went by after he got old. But he always liked company. But he wanted everybody to think that he was really, really mean. But during those times sitting there on the porch, I found out that Grandpa had a big, big heart. You know, but it was just the situation where you had to be what you had to be. Those hard times and hard men had to make those times. He was one of those men.
I am Charles Hunter, and I'm one of Walsh Hunter's grandsons. And I remember him as being a kind-hearted man, as you just said. But he was a tough man. And I remember my mother making us go stay with Grandpa, where Grandma would go to Chicago and doing something. And he wouldn't let us run the fan. They did have it. But he would say, you just let the window up. Lay close to the window, you get cold. But when it was 80, 90 degrees outside, you wasn't going to get cold. You just went over there and suffer. And she would try to leave enough food, Grandma would, for us to eat while he was gone. Now, Grandpa wasn't going to let you eat until eating time. Simple. breakfast? I don't think it was. But I can remember him, you know, just breaking down and feeding me when the rest of them couldn't get anything to eat. I was one of his favorites. We got a little right there. That's all I got to say.
Hello, I'm James Hunter, one of Grandpa Hunter's siblings, the oldest. And I remember quite a bit about Grandpa. Well, all of those things my brothers had spoke of, but he sat on that porch in that chair. I remember once I was down there and he told Grandma, Lillie, bring me that gun. She went in there and got him the gun. Grandpa thought he spotted a rabbit sitting over there across the field. He loaded it, shot it, made me go get it. It was the cat. Grandpa had nailed the cat. He couldn't see too good, you know, he was down behind the little stalk, so wherever he seen the eyes, he could hit it. And then they told me another story about Uncle Nora got to be 14 and wasn't going to take no whooping. So Grandpa told him, well, boy, you can take this whooping here and leave, but I'll understand. Grandma sent Uncle Nora went in there and put him a few bags in a few things in a pillowcase. Took old broomstick she had there, stuck it up through there and tied it and threw it across the shoulder. And when I then raised that chain up on that gate, used to have a gate around the fence. So when he raised that chain up on that gate, Grandpa cut that chain half in two.
I got it.
Uncle Nora come on back and took that whooping. He was 14. Left, put his age up, and went in the Navy. And they didn't see him no more than 20 years later, so Grandpa got sick.
On great grandfather, we did find some history on him. He was a man that actually left a great paper trail. You know, some people, you know, it's hard to really find stuff, but this man left a great paper trail. And one of his trails was, when I found his marriage license, he said, I've been married 5 times, I've been divorced 2 times, and I've been separated 3 times. And I said, I see where my brothers come from.